Let us see here, consumer in the market. Consumers in the market are exploited. Consumers in the market are not safe and secure because the markets are not fair. Let us now discuss in the general role of a normal man. We as a common man have two roles in the society. One is when we are working in our field, we are acting as producers. We are actually producing a product. It may be rice, it may be wheat, it may be dal, it may be pulses, it may be millets. Whatever it is that you are a producer. In the same time, when you go to market to purchase something, for example, you go to market to purchase the vegetables, there you are a consumer. So, a common man has a dual role. One is either he is producer or he is a consumer. Sometimes he may be having both. But most of the times, as consumers, we are being cheated. As consumers, you do not get the actual value of what that has to be done for your product. Next, when you look at the previous chapter, we have discussed that why there should be rules and regulations and how the money lenders force the agricultural labor, the small scale farmers or medium farmers to take loans at very high rate of interest, and also practically the banks do not extend their support in the rural areas, so there is no viable option other than going to the money lender. That is the reason why most of the people are forced to take the loans from the money lenders and then fall in debt traps. All these we have discussed in the previous chapter. Then we came to a conclusion that there should be a specific rules and regulations. Nobody should be forced to take money for high rate of interest. Banks should make them available the loans even in the rural areas. The rate of interest should be very less. They have started the self-help groups which were being supported by the banking system. So all these things have made us very clear that there should be stipulated rules and regulations that has to be followed in order to get equitable share of profit, and also should not fall in any kind of financial troubles or economic problems for them. So these rules and regulations have made us very clear that we need certain rules and regulations. For saving farmers, for saving the agricultural labor, for saving the poor farmers, for saving the small and marginal farmers, we decided strongly that we should have certain set of rules and guidelines. In the same way, the rules and regulations are also required for a consumer at a marketplace. Why we need a set of rules and regulations for a consumer in the market? Prior to this, before the 21st century starting, most of the times the shopkeepers used to answer randomly, unreasonably to the consumer's question of asking about the quality of the product. The quality of the product is not at all being assured by the shopkeeper who is selling the product. This is a fundamental point. You go to a particular shop with a lot of trust and hope that you will get a good quality product there. But you are not able to achieve that one, you are not able to get that one because you are not able to be guaranteed by that particular shopkeeper. In return, the shopkeeper will give you an answer which is completely unfair on his part, saying that if you are not interested, please do not consume it, or please do not buy it, go to somewhere else and buy it. But the actual responsibility of the shopkeeper is that he should ensure that he will give you a good quality product to you. That is the basic responsibility of the shopkeeper. In India, in order to create this awareness, it took more than a decade, and also for the companies to ensure that they will give good quality products, it took more than a decade. So there is a need of rules and regulations. If rules and regulations are there, it will force the companies, it will force the shopkeepers to maintain the quality so that the consumer will be benefited from that, which is a actually just rule for a consumer. It is a national right for him, which means naturally he has to get that one because he is paying for that. Then most of the times consumer is being exploited in the market. How is consumer exploited in the market? One case is he doesn't get the good quality of the product. Second one, if you want to buy kg sugar, he may be getting only 900 or 850 grams of sugar. It will be less than the actual weight. We also think of the products like, for example, if any biscuit packet, if you look at that, on the biscuit packet you see for 50 grams of a biscuit packet, you see 13% extra. Do you know how much percentage does a biscuit of 13% get for you? Out of 50 grams, if you take the 10 grams, it is 5 grams. If you take 10%, 13% means it will be nearly 6 grams. 6 grams is nothing but one biscuit will be increased for you in the total pack of the biscuits. So actually he is giving only one biscuit extra for you, but when you look at the pack, you see that with great large numbers, 13% of the biscuits are given free for you. But in actual terms, how many biscuits are you getting it for freely? One and only one biscuit. So like that, the consumers are always cheated and exploited in the market by using various techniques. For example, when you go to buy kerosene, the kerosene tunnel what he pours the oil for measuring will be having a big bowl open up, but inside if you reverse it and see, the inside part also will be deep inside. So actually you are not seeing the inner part, you just see it filling it, but inside part also is being dumped inside, the quantity of the oil will become less. So there are many techniques which are followed by the shopkeepers, by the companies to make sure that they exploit the consumer. So these all have to be arrested and stopped. These all unfair means have to be stopped. Then only the consumer can be guaranteed of his right share. So we need to have a momentum on this. Then only consumers will get awareness and companies will be forced to listen this one. Because it is not an easy task to make the companies to say that they are making false claims. One of the companies which produces milk has claimed saying that the milk which is produced by the company is more beneficial than mother's milk. In this world, there is no milk which can be equally worth of a mother's milk. Everybody knew this one. Medically it has been proven. But in order to make the company to say that the point what they are making in order to popularize their products is a false statement, it took more than a decade for the company. It took many years to fight against the company, and finally the company accepted that they are making a false statement. Even they knew that it is a false one. In the same way, the tobacco companies, everybody knew that tobacco is the main reason for getting cancer. If you consume more tobacco, you get cancer. But still, the companies do not accept this point. Later, after a great struggle, the companies are forced to write on their products that tobacco is injurious to health on the cigarette what we consume, on the packets what you take. So it has not been an easy journey for the people to make aware that what they are getting or what they are using are harmful for their health. So we need great movements to happen. Let's find out what are the consumer movements that initiated this process.
If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel to get more videos on CBSE syllabus.